the president of Students for Life. Kristan Hawkins joins us now with reaction to Planned Parenthood's agenda. So, Kristan, Dr. Leanna Nguyen is a physician who believes abortion and reproductive services are part of the fundamental health care. How do you respond, Kristan?
Well, it's very simple. Abortion is not health care. You know, Planned Parenthood is not an institution where women go for a flu shot or a checkup. Planned Parenthood is an institution where women go when they feel like they have no other choice, when they have to choose to pay someone to kill the very life that they helped to create. And no matter who says it, whether it's Leanna Nguyen or Cecile Richards, no matter how many times they try to normalize it, abortion will never be considered normal health care.
What's Planned Parenthood asking Congress, and what are your concerns here?
Well, Planned Parenthood is very concerned right now that their federal taxpayer dollars, the dollars that you and I give them, are on the chopping block. I was at the White House just yesterday meeting with other pro-life leaders and administration officials, pushing President Trump to uphold his campaign promise to defund Planned Parenthood. They want to see their funding increased. They want to go into middle schools and high schools and get paid to do sex education for our young people, to drive young people back to their abortion business. They also want to see the repeal of the Hyde Amendment, which is the federal amendment that bans taxpayer dollars from explicitly paying for abortions and Medicaid. They want that repealed as well as the Democratic Party.
What were you hearing in terms of the response from your visit to the White House?
Well, obviously, the officials we met with were very receptive to our messaging because we do have such a pro-life president and President Trump. But what we were asking, the president to do is something hard, not to sign any pieces of legislation, any budgets that come to his desk that include Planned Parenthood funding. And that's something we've been very disappointed that the Congress has failed to do in the past 2 years, despite being led by pro-life GOP members, that they kept passing budget after budget that continues Planned Parenthood's funding. I mean, this is outrageous. And so we're asking President Trump to pull a hard line here and tell Congress, I'm going to veto anything that funds Planned Parenthood. And that's what we expect of him.
Now, we know that the Democrats will take control of the House come next year. What do you expect to see achieved with the pro-life movement following that?
Sure. Well, the Democrats are going to do everything they possibly can. Like I said, in 2016, they changed their official platform to call for abortion all 9 months of pregnancy for whatever reason and taxpayer funded. So they're going to try to repeal the Hyde Amendment. They're going to try to force you and I to pay for abortions. Thankfully, we still have we have a pro-life majority now in the U.S. Senate. Thankfully, we have President Trump. So I think what they're going to try to do is going to be a lot of wasted time and energy because it won't be able to advance because of the Senate, because of the president. So that's one of the biggest things. I think a lot of things that they're going to try are going to be ceremonial, trying to gin up Planned Parenthood in their base to get more supporters to turn out for 2020.
Last thought, what would you say to people watching in terms of how they can support the cause?
We need you. We need your voice. I need you calling the White House switchboard. I need you tweeting at President Trump, tweeting and calling your congressmen, telling them to uphold their promise, uphold that campaign promise that President Trump made to us to defund Planned Parenthood, the nation's largest abortion vendor.
All right, Kristan Hawkins, thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.